Cynthia Pelayo is a Bram Stoker Award and International Latino Book Award winning author and poet. She holds a Master's of Fine Arts in Writing from the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. She lives in Chicago with her family. Cynthia.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to be reading from Forgotten Sisters, which is my latest release. It was released in March from Thomas and Mercer. And I'm going to start at the beginning with the prologue and read just like a chapter or two from chapter 1. Under the sea, the house. The house is quiet and still. Yes, quiet and still. But I am not quiet and I am not still because inside there's this great circular current, an eddy, or maybe it's a storm. I push the front door open and stumble inside, falling forward onto the hardwood floor. I cry because that is all I can do. Infinity as tears. I accept that this is all I will ever do, now and forever, inside this house, my prison. There will be grief and there will be silent suffering for eternity, struck from the moment I close my eyes to sleep, sweeping across my dreams and emerging with me in the day. Sorrow will be my constant because they died. They died. Today they died. And where does that leave me? Alone. I'm alone. Wondrously and pitifully alone. Jenny! I scream my sister's full name, and it's as if my call casts a mighty hook out into the sea, because I feel something within me splinter. I scream again and again, for this will know no end. My unending and desperate pain. I want all of the fish in the waters on earth and all of the birds in the great blue sky above to hear my call. I need her here with me right now because I cannot do this by myself. Jenny! My throat is raw and I taste blood now. Sound fades from my body as her name rips apart my vocal cords, breaking free from the current which erupts in this house, rattling everything within. Chairs and cushions and the antique telephones I keep throughout the house to hold memories seem to shift an inch here or there. I hear the silverware, forks and knives and spoons clack together as they bend this way or that. I open my eyes for a moment and it seems as if nothing is the same, yet everything remains. I close my eyes tight. This is still my house. This is still our house, I think to myself, as my entire being aches with the longing for everything to go back to the way it was just a few hours ago. Anna? Her voice is small at first, a tinkling bell, and like that, with pain, the line was cast, and she is here. I hear footsteps approach, and there are hands on my shoulders. I feel her warm breath on my forehead. I can taste the salty, sweet air on my tongue. I smell the hot sand on the beach and the fresh breeze dancing off ocean waves. In the distance, I hear the high-pitched call of seagulls. I can't speak. I can't think. Words are water and everything melds into the sea of suffering except her. My beautiful, enchanting Jenny. She is my fairy tale. She has always been and she will always be. I'm here, Anna. She puts her arms around me, kisses me on the cheek and holds me tight. I'm so sorry I was gone for the briefest of moments. I'm here now, my darling sister, and I promise never, ever to leave you again. Even though deep within me I know this to not be true, I force myself to believe. Chapter 1. Bodies are decomposing in the Chicago River. People don't like to think about that, to think about long submerged, bloated corpses sinking to the riverbed, but it's happening. It's happening even now, and I wonder if we're happening now with it. Once a submerged corpse rises to the surface, water continues to be absorbed into the skin. Liquid overwhelms the underlying layers, and the result is that the flesh peels away and slips off, carried by the current. Adipocere, a waxy, soapy substance produced from one's fat, then forms all over the body. In time, bacteria, birds, and other small animals begin to peck and poke, nibble and gnaw away at the remnants. And once all remnants have been consumed by creatures, and once the surface of skin and fat sloughs off bone and turns into foam, There's nothing left but fibrous connected tissue to hold onto, and so skeleton sinks to the riverbed piece by piece. A complete set of bones then comes to rest atop fine sediment, clay, dirt, and topsoil. What was once a person is now part of the river, a body of water that was formed hundreds of millions of years ago when what is today Chicago was covered by the vast sea. Decomposition is slow. I know a lot about the river, perhaps too much. My sister Jenny and I live in a coveted craftsman bungalow along the river in Chicago's Ravenswood community on the north branch of the Chicago River. Recently, I've committed to discovering the source of an incessant dripping noise that has caused me to lose sleep. Perhaps it's coming from the kitchen or one of the bathrooms, either the one on the first floor or upstairs or the second floor. Each of those spaces deserves a bit of a refresh, and I'm fairly good with a can of paint. In fact, this entire house deserves all of the love that I can give it because the house is sad. I suppose I will get on with it and do some light remodeling, and that will cheer me up, and it will especially cheer up the house. I'm not sure if it will cheer up Jenny, though. It's been harder and harder to get her to smile since the accident, but I will do my best. This is an important house, and houses like to be cared for in the most appropriate ways. That's all. Thank you, everyone.